For my rhetorical analysis of the TV commercial and print ad, I'm going to first start off with the TV commercial. The TV commercial I chose was actually from this past year's Super Bowl, and it was one that starred Kevin Hart with the Hyundai first date commercial. It's showing how his daughter and the commercial is going on her first date, and everyone dreams of like a really good first date, and she's going out with her boyfriend, and she doesn't expect her father to know what they're doing or where they're going, so they make it all sweet and romantic and go out to dinner, and they go to the movies. And so the father had tossed the keys to his car and asked the potential boyfriend if he wanted to drive his car out, and he said sure, and so he went, and so he gives him this weird look before they left, and the boyfriend didn't think anything about it, and once they get gone, the father had actually put a tracker on the car, and he had saw that they went out to the dinner and out to the movies, and he could actually see like on video what they was doing. So he was showing that he didn't want his daughter to get hurt or do anything. So while they was in the eating dinner, the boyfriend looked over and saw the father there. When they went to the movies, the boyfriend looked over and saw the father there, but the girlfriend, even Kevin Hart's daughter, so-called daughter in the commercial, actually never sees the father there. It's just always the boyfriend that sees. So she's not for sure that he's there. She thinks that he's at home being the father. She's gonna trust the boyfriend. So once they get home, the boyfriend looks sort of scared and knows that he saw the father out, and so he tosses the keys back to him, quickly gets in his own car and leaves. And he never calls the daughter back or anything. But as the daughter walks inside from the first date that night, she walks up to her room, and her father asks, how did the first date go? How did it go? And she's telling him all about it. And little does she know that the father was actually there. So that is a good example of the triangle of ethos, pathos, and logos, meaning ethos and ethics, pathos as emotion and feelings, and logos as in logic and our knowledge towards it. For my print ad, I chose the animal abuse ad, and it's got a soccer field, and it looks like a so-called soccer ball there on the field, and they're getting ready to play a game, and if you look a little closer, you can see that it's still set up as a soccer game should be set up, as a soccer field would be set up. It's got your net, as like you would be playing soccer. But if you look closer, you can see that the actual soccer ball is a little puppy who is actually black and white. It looks like kind of like a Dalmatian, and he's bundled up, and it kind of looks like a ball sitting there waiting to be kicked or tossed around like a soccer ball would be tossed around. This is getting out there, that animal abuse is still on the rise today in America, and as decades and decades go, that it's still on the rise, and that it's getting even higher and higher with statistics. So this is a good example of the ethos, pathos, and logos triangle too, because it's showing that those pathos, meaning some people feel like animals should just be hurt to be hurt. I mean, even if they don't do anything to us, there's still people out there in the world who thinks they should be mean to animals and kick them and neglect them and be really abusive to them, while others, like children and welcoming families, want to adopt puppies and want to raise them and be a man's best friend like they should be. So I thought it was cool with this commercial because a soccer game is supposed to be like a family fun event when everyone comes to their soccer game and watches their little boy or little girl play soccer, and it's got this puppy there showing that yes, people do hurt these animals, so they're hurt and neglected and abused by others. So it's just reaching out and hoping that people will start paying more attention to animal abuse and that they'll go out and help rescue those animals. So, like I said before, both of my both my TV commercial and my print ad were very good examples of the rhetorical analysis triangle showing ethos, pathos, and logos, because they both show that the pathos being emotion, that yes, the father was very nervous and worried about his daughter's first date, so he followed them along in the car. And even in that one, it's still promoting the actual car being so fast and what kind of technology it has today and how it's advancing in to society today as decades go along. And the print ad showing that people are not the biggest fans of animals, and those that who are big fans of animals should pay more close attention to those being abused and neglected and hurt. Thank you for watching.